Oh man, they've been just cleaning house at Square Enix. They're firing people left and right, mostly the ideologues in the Western divisions, as far as Europe and the United States, which is where they need to clean house. They're trying to center everything back sort of in Japan a little more, which I think is where they need to, regain their focus. But one of the beautiful things is seeing all these Square Enix ideologues start to complain and cry and piss and moan. And apparently, Square Enix even fired one of these people on their honeymoon. I have the world's smallest violin. To play for these people.
What the hell?
Classic.
And very deserved.
Yes, and this was someone who worked at an organization prior called Limit Break, that their whole ideological goal was to push white men out of gaming. Yeah,
literally.
That's why Square Enix has been losing for so many damn years. They've been pushing the white men out of gaming, body A's and body B's and all this. And it looks like finally they're ready to sort of come to the table and pivot back to some sense of reality again.
I wonder if it's more they're just taking a more generalized approach because it's just affecting currently the U.S. and European branches.
Yeah.
And in my brief research, I've done a little bit of a dive on it, not as deep as I'd like, but across the board from what I've seen from each person that is on LinkedIn crying about it right now is a pronoun weirdo, nose ring, Smurf colored hair, the same generic thing across the board. And I can't help but think that Square Enix Japan had maybe even hired an external company to just go through each profile and be like, which ones are this? Do they fit? Oh, they're all over there. Okay, let's just one fell swoop, knock them all out of here because this is the problem. And a lot of people are saying it's not enough because the studios are still open. And I would argue that's true. They need to close down Square Enix USA and Square Enix EU if they want to get back to being based.
I've been calling for that for a long time. I want everything to just go back in-house to Japan, let them start from square one, figure this out.
But you could say the same about Nintendo too, though. So
absolutely.
and they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
So, at least Square is doing
the way I see it. The way I see it is this is the problem with a lot of companies, and this has become apparent in 2025, especially with the existence of so many indie and AA games that absolutely completely destroyed every triple and even quadruple A games this year. They're going to even if they don't win all the awards that they deserve, they're still. It showcases with sales numbers, with people that are continuing to play them, to be involved with them. I actually had a post today about Expedition 33. How do you know that a game is so influential beyond just being a good game? And there, to me, Square Enix is just probably one of the few companies that are trying to do something and to stay afloat because they know what is coming. They know that many small studios are going to take the big companies' place. They're going to be better games from better studios, from better people that are smaller in size. They're more passionate, like Sandfall Interactive, like other studios. We're going to have more people from their basement releasing banger games like Schedule 1, and people are going to eat it up like warm bread, and they're just going to turn away from AAA because AAA is way too comfortable with giving you the same slop and just expecting you to eat it up, as arguably gamers did up until a point. Like, they would eat it up, pre-order in mass. If you have followed that, don't pre-order hashtag and mantra didn't exist before I think 2017. Or something. Everybody was pre-ordering in mass. Everybody was like, "Oh, they're announcing the game. I'm getting it."
You can't trust mainstream games anymore. Go away, Jose.
Digny, to go with what you said a couple of weeks ago. You said this on the show with Dash Attack. It was a few months ago that Sandfall actually met with Square Enix, and I'm sure that Square Enix, the developers in Japan, were taking the measure of who are these guys? What did they do? How did they get it done? There was probably a lot of, just question and answer, sort of getting a gauge of the temperature. And then right afterwards, Square Enix goes, we know what we must do. The nuclear option. All you pink hairs, get the hell out. I mean, I'm even hearing a rumor. I haven't been able to confirm it, that Senna Breyer, who is the voice actor for the appalling furry transsexual creature Waklamon in Final Fantasy 14, may be out at Square Enix. They may have said thanks, but no thanks. We're getting rid of you and your character.
You'll never hear me say this again. I'd like to apologize to Jose because I told him to go away instead of take it away. All right, but
look,
I
hear Ice knocking on my door right now.
No. You work 3 jobs and this isn't one of them. This is your fun time. But Des, I welcome your views on this situation. You shy boy, you.
I saw the news earlier today. Because I've been busy with other stuff, making videos and etc., and depressed on the 2 video games that I've been playing. But I checked it out, and one of them was a localizer, I think, as well. The one that you guys sent me. Then this one over here, the one from the honeymoon, I believe, was from Life is Strange, which is another franchise that they ruined. Like, that was already woke from the get-go. Yeah. In a sense of speaking, but the first game was genuinely a good one, and they managed to ruin it. Even things that were already quote-unquote woke, they still managed to make them worse, ruin the writing, make it all about lesbians banging, forget about the passion, forget about the supernatural aspect of it. They've been fucking everything up. But even the things that they shouldn't fuck up.
You can have a choice-based game, and this is a great thing about choice-based games, where you can embrace the supernatural or embrace being a lesbian. Either way, you're fucked, but it's going to be a good experience. It's nice to have choice in these situations. But what about you, Mustafa? What do you make of this whole situation?
Yeah, I haven't been really paying too much attention with Square Enix recently, but I mean, this just seems like a continuation of the pattern we've been seeing with AAA in general, with like all these studios having layoffs, and I mean, a lot of it's due to the fact that they just straight up hired, especially 2019, 2020 with all the lockdowns. They got extra. All these AAA studios got extra money. They got too many people. There's diminishing returns with how big a studio gets, and personally, I don't see the AAA industry like getting back to a stable state for like another decade. It's gonna take a long time for AAA to get stable, and
it's too ingrained in there.
Yeah,
the rot.
The next
it's institutional.
Gonna be
you can't even click a button. You can't even click a button that says, fire all the wokies, because they built these environments in these studios, and now it just is what it is.
Mm-hmm. It's a big problem.
Like these localizers, for example, what are they doing? They are so obsessed with politics. It's their chief concern that they can't even go to work and leave their politics at home and just make their games. If they find a single instance where they can fuck something in the translation or whatever it is that they're doing to make something woke, they're going to do it.
And then in the case of Kate, she was very foolish that she put out that she wished for the basic removal of people that didn't agree with her mindset about a month before Charlie Kirkwood's ended. And that really was the point where they're like, okay, we got to do something about this. Because even in Japan, they were posting on the forums like, you got to get rid of her. We can't have this.
It's a red line moment. It's a zeitgeist shifting moment. Just like donations are a zeitgeist shifting moment in topics. Thank you to Mark Smith for the $10 donation. We appreciate you,
legend,
my good man. In which you, I don't know why Jose is laughing. In which you say the following quote: Square Enix USA has been relegated to making sure all of the Tifa action figures and dolls get to customers on time.
That's why I'm laughing, because you can imagine the tears going down those purple-haired faces as they have to send these big boobed women to massive amounts of gamers.
And if
they better get mine on time, man.
They have to be couriers and they have to deliver them directly.
Well, hopefully the bottoms of those toys are smooth, because knowing the West, they won't be. But thank you for your donation, Mark. In fact, thank you all for your donations so far. We appreciate all the new viewers. If you